Things can sometimes move slowly in politics, but in North Dumfries last night, that was certainly not the case. The township had a sudden 24-hour deadline to accept a federal grant for a major project to overhaul some arena ice pads. And in an added twist, the amount was less than half of what they were counting on. CTV's Jeff Pickel joins us now with more on this. Jeff, council ultimately deciding they would take the money, but raising some concerns.
Well, Tony, up until yesterday, the township thought they would be getting close to $12 million from this federal grant, but they found out yesterday that number would be just $5 million, and they had to make a decision quickly. North Dumfries Township currently has 2 arenas, but one is nearing the end.
So first off is that the old arena is dying. It's on its last legs.
With a growing community, the township is planning to replace the community center pad with another ice surface at the new arena.
We need that second ice pad to fulfill the need when we finally close the Air Community Center. So it's essential that we have this.
Up until yesterday morning, the township thought it was getting more than $11 million through a federal grant to help pay for it.
So I had to call an emergency meeting because some were saying, don't take the 5, let's just forget it.
According to the township, the estimated cost of the work is around $20 million. They are anticipating $11.4 million from the federal government, but at the last minute were offered $5. With the end of the day deadline from Ottawa, they called an emergency meeting to decide what to do.
I'm sorry, somebody wants to offer me $5 million. I'm going to take it and do the best I can with it.
Cautious of taking on millions in debt, Foxton says they will look at options to reduce the overall cost.
Well, we could go to 4 dressing rooms instead of 6, and different options we could do that would bring the cost back down. Okay, so we're going to look at all the options.
The other option, make up the difference with community fundraising.
And once I heard what the situation actually was, I said, let's go for it, because you don't get senior levels of government funding that often.
Mike Play is with the center of the community group, which led fundraising for the North Dumfries Community Complex. He says with a dedicated community and a concerted effort, it is possible.
That's the hope. I mean, the hope is, but one of the things you got to do is you got to make sure that that's validated with a study.
Township staff plan to come back with a report on options for the twin pad and fundraising plan in the coming weeks. Now, the elephant in the room here is, why was the township given such a tight deadline? Mayor Foxton says they weren't told and really didn't have time to ask, but everyone assumed it's due to the expected federal election call in a matter of days, at which time grant programs could be frozen or potentially lost altogether.